Welcome, Viking! Fairly early in the game, you realize that you need to progress into the Bronze Age. And how do you do that? Well, it's actually fairly simple. There's a few steps to it. The first thing you want to do is that you want to kill the first boss, the Eikhorn, because you need those antlers in order to craft a antler pickaxe, which is needed to mine anything that is harder than, well, let's say wood and stone. So this video is really going to focus on how to find the copper so you can mine it, and the tin, because these are the two metals that you need in order to craft your bronze. But I'm assuming you have killed Eikhorn and then you now can craft the antler pickaxe. And if you haven't killed the first boss, well, go and kill him. Now the antler pickaxe actually has a fairly low damage and durability, so if you can, bring two of them because they do degrade fairly easily as you're mining for your copper and your tin. Hopefully you enjoy all the videos that I'm making in Valheim. I do have a playlist in the top of the description. Go have a look at it. I'm ranging from various game mechanics to building to how to set up and manage a server. But now that we have the pickaxe, we have to look for the Black Forest because copper is always going to be in Black Forest. Make sure you bring some food, bring some weapons. A bow and everything is really good because there's going to be more dangerous. Not just the regular greylings and the grey dwarfs, but you're going to see trolls. Trolls are not terribly difficult as long as you're prepared and don't get whacked by them in the back while you're mining. So head over to the Black Forest, and of course you can mouse over even on the map. You can sort of see where's the Black Forest, and then you go look for it, which we're going to do. We're going to be looking for something specific. The first thing to look for is really copper, and copper is actually fairly easily. You just have to run around a bit and you'll find these sort of mounds, and because the game actually tells you that it's a copper deposit, you don't actually need to look at it because stone can look fairly similar. And then you'll see this big and huge, well, depending on the size of it, fairly big area, and this is just what's on top. Actually, often as you mine down, you'll find even more, and then you basically just grab your pickaxe and you start whacking it. It's going to take quite a while actually in order to get a significant amount of copper, and it's even very heavy. So as you keep whacking, keep an eye out for what you're seeing here because you don't want to get hit by, oh, let's see, did I find anything there? Yes, I found 2 copper ore and a bunch of stone. Now you saw, if I drop this one, you'll see it's about 10 weight per each. So you can imagine if you want to get a bunch of this one, it's going to take a lot of weight to carry. So coming as a team or using the cart is usually very preferred because you won't be able to grab a lot of this one. You might be able to get 20, 25, and then you're going to really just tap out your weight allowance. So, and that's going to take a while as well. It can be a little bit grindy if you're just by yourself. So that's copper. So how do you actually find the tin, which is the second material? Well, tin is both easier and harder in the respect that you still have to go to the dark forest, or the Black Forest rather. You'll see these small deposits which are usually on the shore. As long as you follow the shore, you'll find them. You see here's one here, here's one here, here's a few here. Some of them have more deposits, some of them have less. Sometimes you'll just find individual ones. These ones I find easier because you don't need as much tin as you need copper in order to make the bronze. So normally you break this one and you'll get something like 3 per each. You saw I got 4 there, so 3 or 4, which is actually pretty good. You don't get any stone, so it's a lot easier to just go mining and get more of them if you can find them. Now the nice thing about tin is that I believe they actually do respawn as well. Copper does not, but I believe tin actually does. They seem to reappear in the same location after, I don't know, a few days perhaps. This also means that if you have a raft or a ship, it can actually be easier to get to some of this because you might not want to have to run through all the forest. If you have a ship, you can just sail over, just go ashore, go and grab a bunch of tin, stuff it into your ship's hold, and then go and mine some more. And then once you start getting anything dangerous, like you see, I probably aggroed something over there, some of the skeletons. That's the burial mound over there. Yeah, you can see that icon that shows that he's investigating something. And yeah, you will definitely be getting, if there's trolls around, you'll be getting those ones as well if you're lucky. And I think this might be it. Yes, this is actually a copper deposit that's very close to those tin deposits, and that makes it a lot easier. Again, if you have a ship, to just come here, mine it, put it onto the ship, and then sail back to your base. But it is getting dark. You want to be careful. You don't want to be here at nighttime because a lot of really bad things are going to be spawning here. So make sure you're out here during the daytime. Nighttime, try to get out of here A lot of stuff here, but unfortunately it can be really, really dangerous. So eat your favorite food and just get out of here before it gets too dark. I definitely hate being stuck in the Black Forest at night. There's so many things spawning. Beyond the trolls, you have all the greylings and you run across the skeletons. Not my favorite place to go. It looks beautiful. You can find the carrot seed, which is nice, but it can be quite dangerous as well. So I'm going to go into smelting and all of that in a separate video, but basically you need a kiln to get a lot of the coal, and you need to have a smelter. And the smelter, basically you stuff things inside, like now copper ore and tin ore on one side, and then you put the coal in the other one, and it's going to be pumping out both of these materials after a while. It takes quite a while though. Once you have your tin and you have your copper, you go to your forge and you basically craft your bronze. It requires 2 copper and 1 tin, and this is why copper can be a lot more painful to get, because you need twice as much for it. Grindy. However, it does allow you to craft a bunch of things, nice weapons, some nice armor. It gets you the cultivator, so you definitely want to get towards that. It gets you the bronze nails, which then is used for the karge, the second tier ship. And of course you need even more if you're going to be upgrading your weapons and your tools. One early thing you probably want to craft is the bronze pickaxe and the bronze axe, because the bronze axe gives you fine wood, and the bronze pickaxe is of course better than the antler pickaxe. But I'm going to sit here, take it easy by the fire, and hopefully you enjoy this little video of how to get copper and tin and make that into bronze. And if you do, why not leave a like and subscribe to my video. Check my playlist for other videos, and hopefully enjoy the game as much as I am. Take care, Viking.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the Vedui community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.